Hey, kia ora, Helen, Brahms here, coming to you live from Sun City in Arizona. Hope you're having a super fantastic, sparkling Serenity Sunday. Oh, what a morning it has been. Woo! I am exhausted. Fortunately, I forgot to get online yesterday and order the water softener so we don't have to go for a 3-hour drive to pick it up and get it back because it'll be 90 minutes each way. So I'm just going to go online and order it for delivery. And it's been a morning. I got up. Got up an hour later than I normally do. Did all my devotionals and my self-development book. Did all my usual pre-morning stuff. And then Zeffie finally emerged around 8 o'clock. She's eating right now. Which reminds me I need to order her food. And then we went for our walk, and then we came back, and I had some trash I needed to take to the trash can, but I also had a pile of boxes up on the dashboard above the steering wheel that needed to be broken down and taken to the recycle bin. So I went through the RV looking for anything that could be recycled, any trash that I had, any empty boxes I could get rid of. I put Zeffie on the long lead outside and put all the trash stuff, the recycling. I had a lot of recycling. All the recycling stuff into the back of the car, along with my trash bag. And then I put in there her stuff that we would need at the park for her, with her water bottle. And I take a big half-gallon container with us now. So when we finish at the dog park, when we get in the car, she won't drink out of her water bottle unless I change the water. Who knows? I mean, she even stuck her nose in there and was sort of like, what's in here? But we didn't get to the park till around 11 this morning. We did stop off on the way to get breakfast. The only problem was that their breakfast menu was no longer valid. So we ended up at Burger King, and today's my reward day, so I don't have to stick to my eating plan. We had got to choose one reward day and what we would do on that day. And I said I'd be out for breakfast, maybe lunch. So we had brunch, just ordered a chicken sandwich. And they go, oh, we don't have any of the buns. Are you okay if we put it on a regular bun? I'm like, yeah, that's fine. So like, what difference does it make what bun it's on as long as I get the chicken? That's all I cared about. And got a small fries this time. And instead of getting soda, I got an orange juice. So I did change the menu because usually I get like a large fries, and this time I went for a small fry. And at the end of after eating the sandwich and the small fries, I thought, why do I ever order the large fries? This is more, this was plenty. So unless my stomach has shrunk over the week or not, I don't know. Maybe, who knows? I thought, I'm not gonna on my free days. I'm not gonna order the large sizes anymore. I'm going with the small sizes because that was more than enough. Fries for me today. I would have been had I eaten any more than I did. So it's like, okay, we've learned something new today. We went up to the dog park. Zeffie had a ball. Oh my gosh. I opened up the door and opened up the gate. We got into the area where the safety area, the double between the two gates, got a leash off her, opened up the gate, and she just flew into that park and went flying around. And she had these dogs chasing her in a circle around these women that were standing there talking, and a couple of the dogs that were chasing her were their dogs. And so she's just running around in circles, leading these dogs and getting the circle bigger and bigger. And I just walk on past her, go stand in the middle of the park like I always do. And but she had a blast today. She did have one dog that would growl at her and bare its teeth, but the owner was on top of it very quickly. As soon as his dog started baring his teeth, he called it off. And at one point, Zeffie yipped at it, like yip, a painful yip. And I'm like, hang on, she didn't even touch you. But Zeffie had a blast today. I don't know what breed was in today, but I think they were all Labradoodles or Golden Doodles that were in there. They kind of looked like that, but they were bigger than the ones that I have seen, and big, bulky, fluffy things. And I have no idea what they were. They were just big and fluffy, looking like golden doodles and labradoodles, but they were just big and fluffy. And then there were these big black ones that were all fluffy, and I was like, okay, it must be the fluffy dog day. But Zeffie had so much fun, and she was exhausted. She was so exhausted that when we got in the car, after I had filled her water bowl up with fresh water, she had a drink and then laid down, and I didn't hear a peep out of her for the rest of the day. And so I get into the driver's seat. I go to do my live. I could not do a live from Facebook today. There was no live button anywhere. Like, I'm like scrolling around on that thing. I go to my profile, it's been moved, because usually it's on the main screen where you can post a post and there's a little live button. Nothing. I even looked at pressed all the other buttons. Nothing came up that said live on it. I'm like, what the heck? They've moved my live button. So I went over to my profile, had a look at it. Nope, no live button there. Could not find a live button on Facebook today on my phone. So you guys didn't get that. Otherwise, we would have done this from the park. But so we had to wait till I got home. And I was like, that sucks. That they've taken that away and they haven't told us and they've just removed it. You can't do a live. Well, I couldn't do a live on my iPhone this morning. So if anybody else has the same issue, please let me know that it's not just my phone. I would greatly appreciate that. So we went off, so we left the park, and I actually did a tour around the park with the video camera going. So I got to go back and see how it turned out, because I did it on my phone and just videotaped it. I'm not sure how it turned out. I think I just might have as I'm driving around, I just might have rear ends of a lot of cars. Simply because the video camera was down at dashboard level and not up high where you could see over the cars. And I was doing it hands-free. It was in its little bracket thingy that it sits in. That's the hands-free one. And I had my little Bluetooth in, but I'd actually turn the Bluetooth off so the microphone would pick up the noise better. But I haven't gone back to look at that video. I don't think they'll let me upload it. So it'll be a big size. But we'll go and have a look at that and see. And because I was planning on doing as a live as well, but that didn't work. So if you notice that on your phone your live button has disappeared from Facebook, please let me know, because I don't want to think it's just my profile. So yeah, that was kind of a shock this morning. So then got back home here. We've literally just walked in the door, probably about 5-10 minutes ago. And we left the AC on because it was starting to get warm in here when we left. It's meant to be up near 80 degrees or something like that today. The wind has died down, so the awning is out. Yes. Love it when the awning's out because it helps keep the inside cool when the sun gets around that side, which is just about to. So yeah, so we're thankful that the wind has gone so we can do that. Although my sinuses are like cursing the wind that's been here the last few days, because dust was up high, and that's one of my allergies. And yeah, it was up high, so it's been a little bit of a sniffly day this morning. But yeah, so we're just gonna kick back and relax this afternoon and just enjoy the afternoon. Probably watch some movies, maybe take a nap. Because I woke up this morning, I was just like, I am so tired. I was just physically and mentally exhausted. Yesterday was a very, it was an emotional day for me yesterday. So that always zaps me the next day. So I was sort of like glad I didn't have to go drive for 3 hours today. So something was resisting me from ordering the water softener and going down and picking it up. So I am thankful for that. Lots to be thankful for. So I'm going to go now, and I have on my schedule, I've got to do 30 minutes of writing today, so I'm going to go get that done. I'm looking forward to it. See what comes out. Who knows? Who knows what will come out of the end of the pen? Yes, it's going to be an interesting writing session. I haven't done a writing session for, hang on, give me a sec. Oh, since November 24th was the last time I wrote in my musings. So I pulled out my musings notebook today to write in it. So we'll see what happens and what comes out. I know the topics I want to write about, but who knows? We'll have to wait and see what comes out. Maybe there'll be another novel in there. Maybe there'll be a novel in there. I really want to find my box that has my notes in it. And I'm trying to think which box it is in so I can identify it very quickly. But then I also need to, at the time, if I go down to storage, I have to have Zeffie in, get her in daycare, and I have to do it on a weekday when I can get her in daycare. Although I may try, because I need to go get that, because I have a whole bunch of notes and partially written portions for my novel I'm working on, which is a prequel to my book series, although it's going to end up being a series by itself. But that's another story. I just have so many ideas in my head, and I have a whole bunch of stuff already written down in journals and notebooks and things, and research material and everything that's all physically there together. And for some reason, I didn't bring it into, or maybe I did. Huh. Maybe I should go check under the bed and in the closet, because that would be the only two places it would be. I don't think I did. No, I don't recall, because I would have found it by now if that was the case, because I've been through this RV so many times. I've been looking for other things that I couldn't find. So I think it's one of my storage boxes. Yes. So we're gonna have to go figure that one out. But anyway, I'm out of here. Go have a super fantastic sparkling afternoon. Kick back, relax. Just let me know what you're doing today to relax. Always look for new ideas for ways to. I always like to see how people relax, because I know some people like to go for a run and it relaxes them, and I'm sort of like, that is not me, but I am happy that that makes them happy and it helps them relax. And I'm grateful that it is not me that needs to go for a run to relax. I am not a runner. Yeah. Zippy, I mean, the look on Zippy's face the other day when I just jogged that 160 feet was priceless. She had a wrinkled brows looking up at me like, what the heck are you doing? Yeah, she didn't know what to do with that one. But yeah, I'm always curious to see how people relax. Always looking for new ideas too to help me relax as well, because something that somebody does maybe it's like, oh, I enjoy doing that. Like I missed the one. Oh, that's right. I can't do crocheting and knitting around here because a certain puppy decides to chase the ball of yarn. You'd think she's a cat half the time. But if I pull the yarn out and start crocheting or knitting, she goes after the ball of yarn. She thinks it's a toy. Yeah, I'm trying to teach her no for that. Although maybe I'll try her again and see what happens. Yeah, I've got a chemo blanket in progress. I need to finish that one off. I have a feeling I'm going to be giving it to somebody soon. So I get these feelings like I'll go through the yarn section at like Joann's or Michael's, or go into a yarn store or yarn section at Walmart and stuff, and something will catch my eye and tell me you need to buy this, and I'm like, really? It's a really good yarn, and I'll look at it and I'll go, what do I do with it? And the thought will come in, chemo blanket or preemie hats. And I was like, oh, okay. And so I'll grab whatever I need and bring it back. And some of it just sits for a while. And then the brain goes, oh, we need to make a blanket in this yarn. Or I'll be going through under the bed where I store most of my yarn and go, oh, yes, I need that yarn right now. And I'll pull it out and start crocheting a chemo. Finding the chemo blankets are easier to crochet than knit. Although I do enjoy knitting them. I must say, I do enjoy knitting them. But I don't have my needles with me. I don't know. They're in a box. I don't have my knitting needles with me because otherwise I would be in there and pulling the stuff out. Although it does need the bigger needles, which I don't think I have one. I know I can picture the yarn in my head right now that's under the bed, and I'm sort of like, I need bigger needles than what I actually own. But I'm sort of like, yeah, let's just hold off on that for a little bit. I want to get the other chemo blanket finished that's partially done. And because I know that there's somebody I'm going to be meeting soon that I'm going to be giving it to. I don't know who it is. I never know. I will have chemo blankets folded up and put away. And then it was like when we're first RVing. I first started living in the RV, and I was at the one in Escondido. And I met this nice couple there, and her husband has cancer. And so I knitted this hat, and it ended up larger than it should have. And even though I tested my tension, I got the right needle, I got to the right size needles that I needed for it to match the pattern and everything else, it still ended up larger than it should have. And I was like, who the heck am I going to give that hat to? So it got tucked away because somebody would show up for it at some point. And so then I made a blanket to match it. And the blanket was actually sitting folded up on the sofa here. And I'd been out with the RV for some reason, and I was on my way back, and I stopped at the office. I had to stop at the office for something, and my friend was there. And so she was leaving, head back up to the top of the hill, and I said, oh, do you want to ride? And she's like, okay. and so she hopped in and went for a ride. When I got to her site, because I had to go, well, I kind of went around the block. No, I had to park in front of her site to back into my site, because at that time I was backing into the one next to her. Yeah, I was going back into the one next to her, so I kind of had to park in front of her site anyway. And as she was going out, she was going to go and get out. I said, "Oh, hang on, wait a second. I have something for you." Because this voice in my head as we're driving up, it was, "Give them the blanket." And I said, "This is for your husband." She goes, "What is it?" I said, "I call it a chemo blanket." I said, "But you can call it anything you like." I said, "It's just," I said, "I make them for people who have cancer, and pray over them as I'm making them, that it will keep the person comfortable, wrap them in love, and that sort of thing when they're having chemo or that sort of stuff, something they can take to chemo with them or snuggle up underneath at home." And she's like, "Oh, that's so sweet," and all that. And I said, and all of a sudden this voice inside my head went, "Hat." And I went, "Oh, yeah." And I said, "Oh, hang on, and here's something else," and pulled out the hat, and it fitted him. He was a big guy, and he had a big head to go with his big body, so it fitted him. And I was like, "That is so cool, guys." So I was very happy with that. Got the RV parked and everything else, and he came over and he was like, "Thank you so much," and but it was great to. So that's what I do with my chemo blankets, and then every now and again I get the urge to knit preemie hats, and preemie hats are so tiny. They need to fit on top of an orange or your fist. So my fist is kind of about the size of an orange, I guess. But if it's too big for your fist, and it can't be a preemie hat. But the preemie hats have to be have to fit on top of a medium orange. That's what they say in the instructions if you want to donate preemie hats. So you're making these little tiny hats, and I've got these little tiny circular knitting, not circular knitting, double-ended needles that I use to knit it in a circle. And I've given a lot of those away too. So I don't know if I have any baby yarn with me right now. I kind of feel like knitting some preemie hats. But anyway, I'm out of here. Go have a super fantastic sparkling rest of your day. I know there's some big game on today. I hope it's a good game. I'm not watching it. But enjoy it anyway. If you're watching the Olympics, enjoy them too. I know they're on. Did you know that New Zealand won their first gold? Yeah, way back. One of the female snowboarders ended up winning a gold medal. It was the first time a New Zealander won a gold medal at the Winter Olympics. So super, super excited about that. But anyway, I'm out of here. Have a super fantastic sparkling day. Hey, konera. Oh, we'll catch you back here later this evening too.